Well, hello there and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel, where today I do have my prediction video ahead of Sunderland versus Hull City, taking place at the Stadium of Light tomorrow night. Another Friday night fixture for the Tigers. That is 3 fixtures within the past week for Hull City, so we are looking a little bit worse for wear on injury and tiredness front, but hopefully we can push on through to this game and maybe grab a point or 3. It is important for the Tigers, considering out of the last 7 games, we've only won 1 and lost 5 of them. So that's looking a little bit worse for wear. So, we'll crack into an injury update for this game. So, injury-wise, it is looking a little bit dire. But after this game, it may look a little bit less dire. Yes, Jaden Philogene is looking likely to be back ready for the Millwall home game, which is the next game after this one, obviously because we're being knocked out of the cup, so we do not have a fixture next week. Another chance for us to rest and recuperate after this game. So, looking in a little bit of a better place than we were, say, a week ago. You're looking at Aaron Connolly. Aaron Connolly's going to miss out on this game, as it was reported after the Birmingham FA Cup replay, due to just concussion precautions, and he's looking likely he's going to be back ready for that Millwall home fixture. So it looks like that Millwall home fixture will be firing on all cannons, other than Delap missing out. Possibly we'll have some new signings. Hopefully we'll have some new signings by then, because obviously the transfer window shuts at the end of January. So, other than that, no real injury updates. Obviously, Seri and Traore still out on international duty. Delap's still going to be out for 2, possibly 3 months, maybe even longer if he needs to have surgery on his knee, but it doesn't look likely at the moment. So, looking a little bit happier, I must say. We'll crack into my predicted Hull City starting 11, powered by our friends over at Fanhub. Fanhub, fantastic app. If you're a Hull City fan, if you're a football fan in general, get yourself Fanhub. It's a free app, and you get rewarded for being a football fan for free. Why wouldn't you have it? Why wouldn't you use it? Use the link down in the description, and then use my golden ticket code HUL-IZR. It'll reward you. It'll reward me. Everyone's happy chappies, and it's a fantastic app. You can predict your lineup, you can predict your 5 games a week, you can always get news updates on whatever club you follow. It doesn't have to be Hull City, so why would you not download Fanhub? Predicted starting 11. I've realised that I haven't, or have I? No, I haven't updated this slide, so we'll skip straight over that slide. Ryan Alsop regains that spot in net, wasn't on the bench, wasn't in the starting 11 for the game against Birmingham, in Birmingham on Tuesday night. Will just be down to resting him. It was a main factor with a lot of sort of key first team players that weren't necessarily needed due to recovering positions. So Alsop gets that spot in net after Matt Ingram's abysmal performance. Louis Coyle gets the right back spot, along with Alfie Jones, Jacob Greaves, and then Matty Jacobs regains that spot at left back. You could possibly make an argument saying that you could see James Furlong, after having a fantastic game against Birmingham, maybe taking that left back spot, but I think that Matty Jacobs was rested during that game for the main reason to be used here against Sunderland. And I can possibly see James Furlong making an appearance off the bench if needed, but Matty Jacobs being the starting man. You can also make an argument for Sean McLaughlin starting. I think it'll be a similar case. He'll come off the bench if needed after another fantastic performance by the Irishman. Regan Slater and Tyler Morton, that sort of CDM defensive midfield partnership, of course. Regan Slater will be allowed to push forwards. Tyler Morton having that bit more of a holding position. Jason Lakilo, I put him in because he scored a goal against Birmingham. I feel that we are very lacklustre in that sort of winger position. Make a claim for Ali Asad-Manesh, Harry Vaughan, but those are all players that are a little bit behind the pecking order of Jason Lakilo on Liam Rosini's list. And after scoring that goal against Birmingham, his confidence will be boosted after not contributing to a goal in 19 games. So, Jason Lakilo gets a spot. Ozan Tufan, I mean, he came on against Birmingham for like the last 5-6 minutes. Didn't have really too much to do with him, and he had a header shot on goal, which looked like it could have possibly made the score in Hull City's favour at that point in time, but didn't have too much on it to trouble Ruddy. So yeah, Fabio Carvalho going to be back, isn't he? He wasn't able to play the Birmingham game if Rosina wanted to, and I don't think he would have wanted to have him out there for that Birmingham game, just for the pure fact that he wasn't registered before the first fixture of the third round FA Cup against Birmingham. So that's the reason why he wasn't allowed to play. Not injured or anything. He is as happy as Chappie, and he most likely will. He will definitely start this game. I don't know what I'm saying. He is a star man. Alongside this man, Billy Sharp. I mean, he's probably the only striker that we've got. I mean, you've got an argument for Tyrell Sellers-Fleming, who could possibly make an appearance, but after playing a full 90 minutes, his first ever full 90 minutes for Hull City, and still being quite a young lad, I think that he will be rested this game and only be on the bench to make an appearance if needed, and probably will be needed, considering that Billy Sharp is at that age now where he can't play a full 90 minutes, or certainly a full 90 minutes at this level of strength against a quite strong Sunderland team. So in other news, Ali Al-Said-Manesh there. Ali Al-Said-Manesh was rumoured to get a loan move out to some club. We don't know what club it was. That deal's fallen through. So Ali Al-Said-Manesh will still be with us. And possibly we could see him feature in this Sunderland game. Hull City have posted today that they've reported that Ray Henderson, a former Hull City player, has died, I think today or yesterday. So everyone here at HullCityFanCentral, every Hull City fan, I'm sure, are sending their thoughts to families and friends of Ray Henderson. Alongside that, Robert Snodgrass has retired. Yes, the former Tiger who was part of that 2016 promotion playoff winning squad has hung up the boots after 20 fantastic years of football. Made 56 appearances for the Tigers and 14 goals. Alongside that, of course, he came to the club, wasn't fantastic at the start. Then, after battling through injury, he made his stomping ground. Lovely to see that he is happy in retirement. A few cryptic messages, I can't get my words out, from Liam Rosina. He says that we're working on a deal that isn't the Pandora deal and is looking likely to be done very, very soon, not in time for the Sunderland game tomorrow. So we'll have to see if we can get that player registered ASAP or not. But if not, we have got time after this Sunderland game. The Pandora deal apparently is close to being done. He was at the under-18s game at the MKM Stadium where they faced Crystal Palace. Unfortunately lost 5-0 in the FA Youth Cup. But he was at that game instead of the Birmingham game, which, I mean, both games didn't sound to be the best. And then one final thing. What are the people saying Liam out for? After the Birmingham game, there was a few fans coming out saying that they want Liam Rosina out of the club and it's sort of his time to go. Get a reality check, mate. Get a reality check. Not today. Not now. Not ever. It will be at some point, but I think Rosina, the only chance that he's leaving this club will be due to a higher club, sort of a Premier League club, or you're looking at maybe like the England job or something like that, where he'll be swooped. Last meetings, of course, we've played Sunderland already this season, and it was less than a month ago, where they managed to grab a 1-0 win in sort of a little bit of a scrappy affair at the MKM Stadium. Of course, tomorrow night it's on Sky. Last time we played Sunderland on Sky was at the Stadium of Light. It was on Good Friday, and it was that fantastic 4-4 draw. I mean, it was a brilliant end-to-end game. Hull City going in front to coming behind, then coming from behind to level it up in literally the last kick of the game through that Ozan Tufan penalty. We saw goals from Ali Al-Said-Manesh, Tufan, Regan Slater. It was a fantastic draw. And then similar to that, a 1-1 draw in the game before that in last season, if that makes sense. Out of the last 6 times that Hull City and Sunderland have met, Sunderland have come out the better of the side. They haven't lost in them 6 meetings, 2 wins and 4 draws. So it could be another Sunderland draw or win, depending on how it sways tomorrow. Obviously, Sunderland are looking in a little bit of better shape than Hull City on the injury front. And form, that tells you otherwise. Of course, the form is a little bit mismatched at the moment, considering we have 2 FA Cup fixtures in there against Birmingham, and they have 1 against Newcastle. So we'll kind of glaze over that. Of course, the Newcastle game will glaze over a little bit more for them, because obviously Newcastle are a Premier League squad. Losing 2-1 against Ipswich, not too shabby for them, considering that, I mean, we lost 3-0 and we looked absolutely walked over when we played Ipswich earlier on this season. But other than that, a 1-0 win against us, a 1-1 draw against Rotherham, and a 2-0 win against Preston North End. You're looking at, that is looking like a sort of a top 6 quality sort of run of form, of course, discounting the Newcastle game. Whereas our form, yeah, it's not looking that good, is it? Of course, that 3-2 win against Blackburn Rovers was really the last sort of moment of glory that we've had. Then that 3-1 loss on New Year's Day against Sheffield Wednesday, and then that 2-1 loss against Norwich City last time out at the MKM Stadium. Table-wise, table isn't too dissimilar from where it was last time we played. Of course, teams are a little bit lower now. Of course, Sunderland in 7th, Hull in 9th. 1 point separating both sides, which isn't too bad. Win for us could send us above Sunderland. A win for them would send them back into the top 6. And I believe a win for us would send us into the top 6. I'm not 100% sure on that. Or maybe goal difference would be the only thing separating us from top 6. Player to watch out for. I mean, if I don't say Jack Clark, I don't know what I'm doing. He scored, obviously, the winning goal for Sunderland last time out at the MKM Stadium just under a month ago, of course, on Boxing Day. And he loves scoring, doesn't he? He's having a fantastic season. And he's been doing fantastic for Sunderland ever since signing from Tottenham. So it's certainly a player to watch out for. Hopefully I'm not mincing my words here, because last player to watch out for was Jay Stansfield, which, I mean, he scored. So hopefully we don't see Jack Clark tearing us apart again, as Sunderland like to say. Prediction. Of course, my predictions haven't been the best recently, have they? Most likely been predicting a 2-1 Hull City win, where we in turn losing 2-1, or I predicted a 3-1 win for Hull City and we lose 3-1. So I'm going to go safe. A 2-2 draw. I think that this is one of the best scenarios, other than being a win. Form-wise, we're not looking the best at the moment. We're still missing key players like Philogene, like Connolly, who will be back for the next game, of course, against Millwall, as I've said. So a 2-2 draw, I think, will be one of the best cases scenarios. Of course, a win would be the best case scenario. But a 2-2 draw builds that momentum back up. It's a nice scoring affair where we can see 2 Hull City goals. Of course, defensive-wise, we're not looking too strong, and still needing a strong left back or full backs or whatever Rizzini is looking at. So a 2-2 draw, I think it will be a good affair. Also, I will be live on this YouTube channel, live streaming my watch-along for this game tomorrow night. So make sure that you subscribe with notifications on, so you get a notification when I'm going live. Players scoring for Hull City. Billy Sharp, I think he'll grab his first Hull City goal. I think that he kind of deserves it. He's been going a little bit under the radar, I think, as that sort of pressure striker. Certainly filling in a big role at the moment. He wasn't brought in to be the starting man and be sort of the lead front runner of that striking position. But with injuries and everything going on, he's having to become that. And I think that he deserves a goal, and he's been doing a very strong job at striker. And then another first goal for Hull City with Fabio Carvalho. I think that he'll deserve it as well, just because of the pure fact of how fantastic of a footballer he is. Leave you with that photo of Adrian Ilajali. Let me know down in the comments what your prediction is ahead of this game, any little bits of news that you think that I need to know. And so, as I said, make sure that you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the live stream tomorrow, and I'll have my reaction out after the game, where hopefully Hull City can actually grab a result and not disappoint us more than we have been doing so far. So I'll see you over there. Up the Tigers! Go on!